Yeah.
How do you find like the Garnacha is expressing itself best? Like what do you look for like typical Garnacha for you? And
Because
I can do the same. You can ask me questions too.
yeah, for me the best expression of Garnacha come from Spain because it
Hmm.
is the origin.
Of course.
And of course, a very classic and traditional style of Grenache could be Aragon, and could be one of the four appellations that you can find there.
Hmm.
Somontano, Borja, Calatayud, Cariñena, all of them produce wines based on Grenache, and maybe the expression is very classic and traditional one.
Hmm.
The most classic one come from these areas, and of course you have another this kind of a new appellation that they are producing Grenache on a maybe much more light style,
Hmm.
but this is the modern style. The
Right.
classic one could be one of these appellations from Aragon,
Yeah.
which maybe is one of the most beautiful expression of Grenache in the world.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's it.
Okay, so we are tasting Beso Divino Old Vine Garnacha 2014. So
Yeah.
that's our wine. So we can.
Yeah, okay, so this is a wine from Cariñena, which
Hmm.
is one of the four appellation of Aragon. In Cariñena, always you can find this continental climate, really continental climate, where you have very hot summers, cold winter, and Grenache performs very well there because the most of the soil is clay,
Hmm.
and on clay soils, Grenache is on at his home.
Yeah.
Very old vines, clay soils, and then very nice and easy drinking expression of Grenache,
Hmm.
and maybe it's the appellation where Grenache are much more easy to drink
Yeah.
style. They use normally less oak, and that's why you have more varietal expression of the
Hmm.
wines.
Hmm. Yeah, I find that it's absolutely true. It's not necessarily super sophisticated on the nose. It's more like playful,
Yeah,
energetic, like for just like for drinking like every day
yeah,
and right now,
yeah,
and also I think not only you can have age-worthy wines, which I think Garnacha can be, and
yeah,
very serious and can rival grapes like Pinot Noir and
yeah,
Cabernet. Garnacha is certainly like poised to do that, but at the same time, it can be just like, come on in, like drink me multiple bottles. So that's exciting too.
yeah,
I feel like this expression is like that.
yeah. It's very sexy one, no?
Yeah. And what do you think about the screw top? That's I think we had a question on screw tops and
Yeah,
whether it makes them, if there's bad or good or.
yeah. I think in Spain for the moment, the wines that are consumed in Spain, because the Spanish market is a very traditional market,
Hmm.
and that's why this kind of closure are more based on the export market.
Right.
Because in Spain the customers are very classic ones
Yeah,
and they want to
traditional.
see the cork.
Right.
But it's good because it is a perfect way to preserve the fruitness,
Hmm.
and it is a perfect way to don't have any problem of TCA or things like that.
Right.
And for this kind of young wines, I think it's perfect.
Yeah, I think it wears well for a wine like this because even the package, it's like approachable,
Yeah,
kind of like everyday. Maybe people that don't necessarily know Garnacha, they will like
yeah,
feel like, okay, this is fresh and young, but then quality over delivers. It's not,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it's a perfect way to start understanding Grenache.
yeah,
And yeah, everything, as you say, the package is very close to the people
correct.
because there are much more classic styles in Spain
Hmm.
that they are for people that prefer this kind of uh, big wines with more cork and more classic bottle and things like that. But this one is perfect for young people that start drinking wine, start understanding and knowing Grenache,
Right.
and that's why and the wine is really fruit based.
Right.
It's really based on this kind of very fresh fruits and
Hmm.
easy drinking style, and nothing difficult, just a little bit of oak because I think that this one is aged just for a couple of months in oak,
Yeah,
and the
just to,
oak is
yeah,
very used, and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why the impact in the wine is minimum, and the wine is very based on the fruit expression,
Hmm.
easy drinking expression, and yeah, it's very nice one.
Yeah, for me, I know Frank, he asked the question of
Mm.
one of our tasters, he asked the question of what is a typical garnacha? And I think for me, a typical garnacha is like, I guess the texture is really similar to that of Pinot Noir. It has
Yeah,
like a silky, very smooth
yeah,
texture. For me, Garnacha in this expression is a little bit more dark purple,
Yeah.
It has that like kind of ruby red with the purple at the edge and a little bit of staining, but
Mm-hmm.
it also has a very Mediterranean nose. Like it
Yeah.
feels like this fruit was soaked in sunshine.
Yeah.
So I think in general I always describe Garnacha and Grenache as like sun-kissed Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
And I think it's even more expressive of like berries, strawberries, macerated fruit. And then it always has like this like almost orange marmalade thing.
Yeah.
Like if you zested some orange on top of a fruit cobbler.
Yeah.
And it has like a lot of white pepper
Yeah.
and it
You
has
have.
some garlic, like some I don't know in Spanish, like some like savory green
Yeah.
herbs. So it's like very interesting how these layers are on top of each other.
Yeah.